Hello there, Stephen Price on Grow Together. I brought my weed eater today because I want to talk about weeds. Weeds can grow just about anywhere they want to. In fact, a weed can grow over an inch in just one night. They can just take over a place. Where we first got weeds? It was in the Garden of Eden. Adam and Eve were selfish. Yes, it came out of selfishness because they wanted to be like God. And as a result, God put thorns and thistles in the garden. And we have had them to this day. Those are weeds. My dad worked with weeds. His lawn was just beautiful, but he had to work at it. He would go out there with a butcher knife and get on his hands and knees and pull up every weed by the root because you need to get to the root of the weed before you can get rid of the weed itself. Now, Cindy, she wanted to have our wedding reception in my dad's backyard. And the few days before the reception, Cindy and my dad were walking in his backyard. He said, "Oh man, can you smell that?" He said, "I sprayed English leather all over the plants. Doesn't it smell great?" I wonder what your plants might smell like. But in our spiritual garden, we also have weeds. There's the weed of worry. Man, today, when we don't know what's going on, don't we worry about this, worry about that? We can't control this. It's a weed. Then we have the weed of wrong desires. I call it the if onlys. If only I had this, if only I had that, I'd be happy. Things would be different. Then we have the weed of our thoughts. Those are when we allow something just to upset us so bad that it ruins our day. Then we have the weed of time. Those things that take away from us doing things when we could be working on our spiritual garden. But there's good news, folks. You know what? In 1 Corinthians, God tells us that there's no temptation that's overtaken you that I can't handle. Let me say that again. There's no weed that's coming into your life that God can't pull out if you'll just let Him. Isn't that great? He also says in Philippians that I can do all things through God who strengthens me. In other words, I can do all things. How? Through God who strengthens me. Boy, that's good news, isn't it? We can make our spiritual gardens look beautiful with God's help. Now, here's what I want you to do in the comment section. How does your plant smell? What one fragrance would you spray on your plants? Please help me out there and leave that. Now, your mind is like a flower bed, and your thoughts are like seeds. You can grow flowers, or you can grow weeds. This is Steve Price on Grow Together. Anything's possible with God.